I have been playing some Keyforge because that's the new game that came out from Fantasy Flight Games, and I've been really, really enjoying playing that. It's been a lot of good fun playing that with a couple of my housemates and stuff, and down at the local club. One of the other things that's come out of this as well is that I love the world that they've created for Keyforge. It's all based around the idea of the Crucible and all these different factions and houses fighting over control of it and trying to unlock its secrets. And it's got this almost sort of like slightly Dota, slightly Overwatch vibe to it. And I love how even though all the different artwork is very, very different for each of the houses, it's all tied together with the certain same themes. And so it was really nice to see Fantasy Flight Games producing a whole bunch of extra sort of accessories and stuff for the game, including some new playmats for it. So as well as doing both a two-player starter mat, they're also doing a whole bunch of different mats based on the different houses as well. So the ones I've picked out there in particular are for the houses of Sanctum and the houses of Dis. So you've got the slightly more angelic knights and the sort of demons, the fallen knights as well in there too, which I thought were really good. I also really like the world of Shadow as well in that, and the House of Shadow in that game. Even though I don't have any decks with any Shadow in them, or Martians either. I don't have any of those yet, so I might have to buy some more. But I just really like what they're doing with the playmats for this, and they're nice and big as well. They're very good for playing out your games on and stuff, because there's quite a lot of real estate that's taken up by the game. You've got the places for your keys and your mats and all the cards that you're playing down as well, especially if you've got a very heavy unit deck or a very heavy sort of artifact deck as well. So, but yeah, the first thing I wanted to look at for Keyforge was the fact that those new mats are looking very, very nice indeed, and they're a good sort of extra buy for somebody who wants to get maybe something for Christmas. I think actually would be pretty cool.
Yeah. This has also spawned my favorite forum thread.
Yeah, we talked about this last bit.
XLBS. Have you already covered this?
Well, on the last XLBS we did.
On the XLBS. Oh, come on, you have to see this. So in the green room, go into the green room. In the backstage green room forum, Red Ben, community member Red Ben, has kicked off a forum thread about some of the, what would you call them? Naming whoopsies?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, because of course one of the great draws of Keyforge is that every deck is completely unique,
right down to the name.
Yeah, so all of the decks are supposed to be used by Archons, I think the characters are called. And the Archons have procedurally generated names, and it looks like they just fed a dictionary in there. And some of them are amazing.
All right, are you ready, Justin?
Okay, so I'm in the backstage green room.
Yes. And
from here, where am I looking for?
Okay, so scroll down. Wait, slow down now. Do you see the Keyforge deck name thread?
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. Some of these are going to crack you up, man. I love this.
Are we going to need to blur out some of these?
Right, no, there's nothing that you need to blur.
Well,
so we have our first. So this is the first one. Wait for it. Quincy, Fräulein, Muffin, Mucus.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. Right, what's this one?
This one is one of my favorites.
Titan Flair, the farmer of racism. This is amazing.
Oh, there's better.
Oh, this Wang the suddenly bruised.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, this has just been
there was some,
for me.
There was some absolutely
There's a couple
ones.
that take a really dark turn, Justin.
Yeah, I think
keep going. Right, what's this one? The woman who headbutts sharks.
Oh my!
Page 2 has a weaker.
Is it the Emperor you're waiting for?
Yes. So, ND side drop of the crackling butthole. Oh,
bolt hole.
When you see this one, Justin, the Emperor that pays for boys. These are priceless. Absolutely priceless.
I have to ask. Okay, now you'll remember months ago there was a company that put out an AI and allowed humanity to interact with it.
Yes.
Said AI.
Oh, it turned into a neo-Nazi within about 4 hours or so.
Misogynistic neo-Nazi in about 48 hours.
Yes.
I think.
Did it get involved in this?
You see, I think this is kind of what we're seeing. When you place no limits on a procedural generation, this thing is going to happen.
Yeah, either that or they have cloned me. It's just a hot goose the juror of you specifically.
Now, most of these, I think, Fantasy Flight have actually already banned for tournaments.
The pilot that jabbers at heteronormativity.
Is heteronormativity even a word?
Yes, it is. Yes,
it is now. What's this one? She who arrogantly prescribes lunch.
This is just
it's
why?
just amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Do you know? I obviously, you know, as industry watchers, I was watching Keyforge, and I thought to myself, you know, so Keyforge's main selling point is that every deck is unique,
yes.
right? And I thought to myself, well, like, you know, where's the meta and all in that? And you know, for a moment, I had my doubts as to whether this thing was going to be a success or not. No more Fantasy Flight.
Just for that, I'm guessing.
You totally nailed it. I take it all back.
Jerry made a very good point. Jerry made a very good point about these, that while Fantasy Flight if you have one of these risque decks, Fantasy Flight have offered, if you send it to them, they will give you 2 decks in return. But Jerry made the good point that he will just pay for one of those decks.
Yes,
because they are hilarious.
No, I think Fleabay is the answer.
And here's the thing: who gets to decide whether they're risque or not? Like come on now.
See,
you know, it's like who's going to go through and decide? You know, because some of them, to me at least, are borderline.
It all depends on your own sense of humor, but I have to wonder, with it being a procedurally generated name, there's no human eye on that before it goes in the box, is there, I'm guessing?
No, I don't believe so.
And if there is, that man or woman needs to be knighted. Oh, we love you. In on Tabletop World, you are a god. Keyforge. That's it.
No, there is some more Keyforge
No,
news.
wait. I'm saying that's it. We all stop playing. Whatever you're playing, forget it. We're all going fully in on Keyforge because this is the beauty of this. The more of this we buy, the more of that algorithm it gets to run. And we want that algorithm to run because I'm telling you now, no amount of tuning is going to stop that thing from churning out awesomeness.
I don't know. I think you will be able to blacklist some of the obvious words.
This is basically what's Razor? Something Razor.
Razor? The Occam's Razor.
No, not Occam's Razor. Do you know the other one about the dark AI? And if you talk about it, it knows where you are.
Oh, Roko's Basilisk.
Roko's Basilisk. This is Roko's Basilisk.
I don't know this
in action. Don't. First rule about on tabletop.
We don't talk about.
We don't talk about Roko's Basilisk.
Sam, I know how you
search through your XLBSs. You're going to go back a bit a while.
Very concept.
I'm going to be googling this later.
Search for Roko's Basilisk and the XLBSs we've done backstage. It's amazing.
Well,
right.
There is some more Keyforge news as well.
Please tell me it's more names. Ben, what is it?
So the other bit of news actually came out from Team Covenant. Now they're a big lover of card games and they're really getting into Keyforge. One of the big things about Keyforge as well is that you can effectively play the game by just buying one of their sort of £8-9 decks and then just not having to bother about buying the starter set, which comes with all the tokens and stuff in it. That means you're going to have to try and find some tokens elsewhere. And Team Covenant are actually one of the companies that have produced a whole range of really, really nice looking ones. Now they sell like a start set that comes with a whole bunch of keys and wound and stun tokens, all that kind of thing, and the stuff you need to sort of use on creatures. But then their really nice little twist is that they've created their own unique system for creating amber tokens. So you see the amber tokens in that second picture. Each of those patterns for the set that you buy will be entirely unique to you.
Oh, snowflakes. Yeah. Yes.
So those little tiny designs that you see on those orange tokens there, every single one of them is different. Every single one of them will be just entirely unique to you and your deck and your collection. So that's a neat little sort of callback to what Keyforge is all about, and something really interesting again from Team Covenant. If you do like these, by the way, they are entirely sold out, as you might know.
Yeah.
But they do have like a waiting list, and they are sort of waiting for a restock as well. This kind of thing happened when they did stuff for Netrunner as well back in the past. Everyone sort of got into it and bought all this stuff. I've picked up some of their stuff for Netrunner in the past, and it's really, really nice quality.
Yeah. Cool. Well, nice work to the guys at Team Covenant. Look, I don't often do this, but I will make an exception in this instance. Team Covenant, if you would like me to code up a procedural text algorithm for you guys to put onto your tokens, I will quite happily do that.
I'm gonna go on a segue here. You may still get your funny symbols with the snowflakes, because when I was a teacher we were teaching a class about 4 or 5 year olds, and they had to make snowflakes for a Christmas themed one. And they were just making random cuts as they do, and then they were all running up and putting them up on the wall. And then I spotted one of the wee girl running up proudly with her snowflake stuck it up on the wall.
Just
from random scissor cuts.
Oh wow! What was the snowflake like?